10 million BTT grand prize. What do you think of that, you guys? If you like the sound of that, hit the bell and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you very, very much. We'll do our flash round through the news like usual, and then we'll talk about BitTorrent announces first three winners leading up to 10 million BTT grand prize. We got a GameFi Metaverse launches the first ever interoperable, editable, and evolvable NFT. Guys, Metaverse and games are going to make BTC in the hundreds. The creation of cryptocurrency is going to seem like a small event compared to what's going to happen with the metaverse and games and earning while you play the games. So, to address concerns around the simplicity of play-to-earn games, a GameFi Metaverse aims to create interoperability with editable NFTs. What's this all about? With the current interest in non-fungible tokens, NFTs, many companies have started to develop NFT marketplaces to attract as many users as possible. The problem with that is because everything happens so quickly in the NFT space, user interfaces and processes at these platforms are confusing and complex for users, which pushes away a lot of people from the entire experience. True. You know what? It's going to happen very, very soon where this is going to be simplified. I think that one of the problems with momentum of cryptocurrency, the metaverse, and the games themselves, which are going to help really moon in a very bullish way BitTorrent and Tron, is that they try to make it sound too complicated, to make it sound sophisticated. The industry does on a whole, and then the games themselves just aren't that great yet, but that's going to change. But in short, an NFT and GameFi and these things merging together, all they are is a game. It's just a different version of PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo or whatever word you want to use. All it is a different kind of platform that's going to run a different kind of game, which is going to have features that enable you to generate revenue. And that's really what it is. It's gaming with revenue for the players in a very unique way that makes the metaverse become, well, quite frankly, like the real world. Because once you can make money playing games, once everyone can, and once currency is printed, that cryptocurrency is created, the sky's the limit, because what you're doing is you're creating a whole other world within the world. And the scary but exciting part is you're going to give people a way to opt out of the real world per se in terms of physical participation. Yes, they will still be able to, need those grocery items, need those clothing items, all those things that for the most part you can get through Amazon or through some type of online delivery mechanism. But the physical interaction is really at a point where it's not going to be necessary anymore. It's only going to be if you want to, not because you have to, and not for the whole population, because obviously not everybody is going to participate in metaverse games and earn their revenue that way. But I think a percentage of the population, a decent slice of the population, will opt to dive into the metaverse. And that's what this virus has actually done. It's jump-started the possibility. It's shown people what it feels like to be able to do a lot of what you need to do from home without leaving home, and the internet's a big part of that, and crypto is going to take that to the next level. So we got Elon Muskrat. Tesla's already at $1 billion in profit from holding Bitcoin. Remember how everybody went completely bananas? Well, not everybody, but a good portion of people went, and entities went nuts because he bought Bitcoin. And I'll tell you something, even myself, and I'm bullish on Bitcoin, I thought it was a genius move, but at the same time, I thought it was a pretty dangerous move because there's a lot of money involved with Tesla and Tesla shareholders and the business itself. So it was pretty, I won't use the word that starts with a B. However, it was, to be frank, I don't know if I would have made the same move and in his shoes. And right now, it seems that it's paid off. And of course, if a lot of big players do that, then all it does is bolster Bitcoin for the future. So overall, for Bitcoin, it was an amazing move. Was it an amazing move for Tesla long term? I don't know. It looks like it was in hindsight, but at that time when he did it, I don't think it was so cut and dry. So good move, good on him, as they say, at least for the moment. New tickers and ARC filing shows Bitcoin futures ETF approval imminent. Maybe I was wrong on that one. Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think it's imminent. I also don't think the price is going to hold as high as it's held, but let's see. Almost 1.1 million people have already signed up for Coinbase NFT waitlist. So Coinbase did it. They're basically, not basically, they're launching an NFT platform. It's going to be interesting. They have a massive user base. New tickers and ARC filings shows, well, that's a rerun. We don't need that. Russia considers new energy tariffs as Chinese crypto miners relocate. We got driven by DeFi. North America's crypto volume increased 1,000% year over year. That is massive. Worth reading again. Driven by DeFi, North America's crypto volume increased by 1,000% year over year. You guys, wow. I, you know, just, I know it's not very articulate, but wow. The long game, institutional interest in crypto is just getting started. So this is something that is one of the, along with GameFi, along with the metaverse, along with DeFi, along with the mainstreaming, got my tongue tied there. Institutional interest, as this grows and grows, it's going to do nothing but moon altcoins. It's going to moon BTC. It's going to take everything into the next stratosphere, and that's why I believe, but I don't think again that it's this year. I think 100K is coming first quarter of next year for BTC. Institutional interest is going to help the mainstreaming in a big way. This train has already left the station. Make no mistake about it, and don't misunderstand for a second what I'm saying, or even when I'm modest about my predictions. You know, there's a pace in which things need to happen naturally, and that train has left the station. So no matter what, that momentum is going to carry prices upward in the long term. Search for fiat alternative perfectly reasonable, says StanChart CEO. Well, that's true. Polkadot breakout to $75 after dot price rally sets up classic bullish reversal. We got the UK Gambling Commission opens inquiry into fantasy NFT soccer game. Is it so rare? So the UK gambling watchdog is trying to determine whether or not fantasy NFT soccer game Sorare should be required to have a gambling license. The Gambling Commission in the UK has opened an inquiry into Sorare, a popular NFT fantasy soccer game that raised $680 million in a funding round last month. The Gambling Commission is currently carrying out inquiries into the company to establish whether Sorare requires an operating license or whether the services that it provides does not constitute gambling. So if people are betting able to make money, it's gambling. If they aren't, it's not. However, the interesting thing about cryptocurrency, you know, in the mid 90s, there were only about a half a dozen internet casinos out there. And eventually, what happened is the credit card companies gave them a big pain because they wanted to stop them from using credit cards. And of course, that didn't work because in the end, everything came full circle. However, it caused some rivets and some problems. The thing about cryptocurrency is it creates its own world, it creates its own currencies which enable players to play, and this kind of makes the payment providers fall more in line because they don't have the leverage that they used to, and this makes the growth even that much more explosive because there's less, sticks being put in that big rotating tire in the spokes rather, that can mess things up. So along with the progression of technology, there's a progression of the way that payments can be done, which makes a huge difference in the liquidity and the momentum of liquidity in that industry. So in short, games of all kinds are so huge, we can't even fathom yet how huge games are going to be and currently are as they take off with cryptocurrency. Bitcoin miner Stronghold will list almost 6 million shares in its 100 million IPO. That's a big bad IPO, 100 million. The firm uses a sustainable energy source by converting waste coal into power to mine Bitcoin. So, environmentally friendly Bitcoin crypto is going to be huge, and these guys certainly know what they're doing. US Bitcoin mining company Stronghold Digital Mining, a strong name, will list almost 6 million shares in an initial public offering on the NASDAQ. Wild and crazy, the mainstreaming's coming hard and furious. Hope this finds you healthy. I'll see you on the next one.